Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Great Lyricists, with me, Paul Cheese, that American, or perhaps Canadian disc jockey who has been hanging around in the United Kingdom for the past 30 years for no very obvious reason. The inventor of the talkover, who is proud of it. And boy, oh boy, do we have a treat for you today in what has been called, by me, the clash of the titans of the century of all time. I'm bringing you a recording of that event. Oh yes, the moment at Lyric Con 86 when the greatest American lyricist of all time, Mr. Stephen Sondheim, went head-to-head with the finest talent that the United Kingdom has to offer, yes, none other than Sir Timothy Tim Rice himself. This was the ultimate lyric-off, the zenith of the Lyric Con in 1986, when these two titans faced each other across the green baize table in front of nearly 1 million breathless musical theatre fanatics at the Royal Albert Hall. Let's waste no more time in hyperbole, but go straight to the recording of this pivotal moment in the history of lyric writing in the 20th or any other century, when the world held its breath and waited for an answer to the question, who is the greatest writer of lyrics for light musical comedy of all time? You are about to hear history in the making. Your commentator for this once-in-a-lifetime, never-to-be-forgotten encounter was the one and only Peter O'Sullivan. Let us go now with him to the Royal Albert.
Welcome to the Albert Hall, where a huge crowd awaits the arrival of the two protagonists in this great competition. And here they come. First, Sir Tim Rice walks into the arena, resplendent in a deep purple smoking jacket and bottle green corduroys, with a paisley cravat and waving a bright yellow handkerchief at the audience. And here comes the American challenger, Stephen Sondheim himself, dressed in blue jeans, a buckskin waistcoat, what the Americans call a vest, over a Snoopy t-shirt with a white Stetson on his head. He raises both hands above his head in the familiar gesture of defiance and triumph and takes his seat at the green baize table in the center of the arena. Rice is in no hurry to join him, however. He knows the crowd is with him today, despite the huge number of American taxi drivers flown in by Sondheim to pack the front 3 rows of the Albert Hall. Rice turns slowly about, acknowledging the cheers of the crowd, and finally takes his place at the table opposite his lifelong enemy. As the crowd grows hushed, they stare at one another across the green baize. Before the match, the referee strangled a chicken and gave the contestants the wishbone to pull, and it was the American who got the thick end and chose to open hostilities.
Quiet please, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready.
Sondheim leans towards the microphone, narrows his eyes, and opens his mouth to speak.
Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? Me, here at last on the ground. You, in midair.
Well, it's a blinding opening from the American. How can the English boy possibly respond to that? He doesn't look perturbed, however, but takes out a tortoise-shell comb and runs it once, twice through his silver locks. Then he leans towards the microphone.
Wasn't it good? Wasn't he fine? Isn't it madness? He can't be mine.
He's done it! We didn't think he could, but Rice has responded in kind with a lyric of equal beauty, equal profundity, and the crowd are loving it.
Come on, Tim! We love you, Tim!
Quiet please. Out of courtesy to both players, please don't interject while play is in progress.
The American eyes his opponent with disdain. He pushes back his Stetson and leans in again.
Just when I'd start opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours.
Another masterful stroke from Sondheim. He's not giving an inch and playing at the top of his game. Can the Englishman respond again with the same skill and power? He still looks perfectly calm as he scratches thoughtfully at his chin and closes his eyes for a moment. He takes out a meerschaum pipe and meditatively tamps tobacco into the bowl. Rice does not light it, however, but jerks his head suddenly towards the microphone.
But in the end, he needs a little bit more than me. More security. He needs his fantasy and freedom. I know him so well.
Yet another heroic return by Rice. These two titans of the musical genre are absolutely neck and neck, nip and tuck, toe and toe, and neither showing the slightest chink in his beautiful armour of poetry. The American takes a deep breath, then responds to Rice's meerschaum by lighting up a fat cigar and puffing upon it for all the world like an oil baron relaxing after a gigantic steak, staring into the middle distance as if he does not see his opponent at all. Again, he leans nonchalantly towards the microphone.
Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Don't bother. They're here.
Could that be the killer blow? It is certainly the greatest lyric I have ever heard, and the crowd is stunned. They think it's all over. But is it? For the first time, Rice looks rattled. He tries to light his pipe, but his fingers are obviously shaking, and he drops the first match. And the second. But the Englishman has not reached the dizzy heights of the Bernie Taupin Prize and the Mark Bolan Crown for 3 years running for nothing. No one could question that Rice is the greatest lyricist that our nation has known, living or dead, and he's not going to crumble before this onslaught, mighty as it is. He finally succeeds in lighting his pipe and pulls on it strongly for a moment, puffing out smoke like a locomotive. His face is working with emotion, and the sweat is beginning to stand out on his pasty brow as he leans forward to deliver his riposte.
Looking back, I could have played it differently. Learned about the man before I fell. But I was ever so much younger then. Now at least I know him well.
Well, it's a magnificent response, but is it good enough? The crowd is willing him on.
Come on, Tim.
Quiet, please. Players are ready.
Rice looks haggard now, and the American is oozing confidence. Rice is fumbling with his meerschaum. Has it gone out? Certainly the smoke has cleared, and there's now no sign of light from the bowl. Sondheim is puffing away, however, seemingly without a care in the world. For the first time he looks straight at his opponent, and that look says it all. The American is the master of the genre, and he knows it. With a grim smile on his face, he approaches the microphone.
Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
That's it. The match is over, and the American is victorious. You can see it in his eye and in the crushed, defeated visage of Sir Timothy Tim Rice as he drops his dead pipe to the floor and slumps forward onto the green baize. He's given his all, but in the end he had not the power to defeat the mighty Stephen Sondheim. At last, we have the answer to the great question which has troubled philosophers and the common man since the death of Sir Ivan Novello. Who is the greatest living lyricist in the English language? Now we know. There is no doubt. The crown is going home to America in the hands, or on the head, of Sondheim. As two officials dressed as morticians carry away the unconscious body of the English challenger, the American rises from his seat, acknowledges the cheers of the crowd with a jubilant air punch, followed by the finger directed at the departing form of his opponent, and, pulling his Snoopy t-shirt up over his head to reveal his rippling thorax, begins what will no doubt be the first of many exuberant victory laps of the arena.